If I sound at all different today, it's because I've ingested mountains of bubbles playing Foamstars, the 4 vs 4 competitive shooter that leaves arenas frothier than a can of Coke you just dropped down the stairs. You better have an appetite for Foam too, as the game is one of the monthly games for PlayStation Plus in February. If you're an Essential, Extra or Premium member, everything you're about to see is yours at no extra cost from Tuesday the 6th of February. Of course, if you do miss it as the monthly game and start putting the foam in FOMO, don't worry, as Foamstars will also be on sale from March the 5th on both PS4 and PS5. To prepare you for its PlayStation Plus arrival, I'm going to pack everything you need to know into the next few minutes. It will include the following: me dancing on a giant rubber duck, me jealously watching a teammate dancing on a giant rubber duck, and me shooting an opponent who is dancing on a giant rubber duck. And all that's just one of 6 reasons I think you need to pay attention to Foamstars. I hope you enjoy what you hear. Please like and subscribe. Moving swiftly on. Let's kick off with number 1. This is a multiplayer shooter anyone can enjoy. Far from the bleak killing grounds of Warzone or Battlefield, Foamstars is a cheery trip to Bath, Vegas, where stages shine with casino razzle-dazzle and persona-ish pop music is piped out round the clock. Director Chikara Saito, aka Ricky-san, told us he wanted to make a game that wouldn't scare his wife away from the shared TV, and he then honed in on foam after attending a foam party and seeing an older lady in a wheelchair cavorting in the froth. Foamstars is the result, all the fun of a real-life foam party with none of the risk of conjunctivitis. Far more wholesome than any soapy student nightclubs we attended. Of course, as much as it kills to get fairy liquid suds in your eye, foam may not strike you as an obvious weapon. It definitely behaves differently to traditional bullets. For starters, your aim in Foamstars is to coat opponents in foam, turning them into a bubbly ball that you punt out of the arena by hurling into it on a surfboard. It's a move known as a chill, keeping with the death-free vibe. You can also save teammates from chills by surfing into them to free them from the suds. In effect, it plays like a shooter until someone's foamed up, and then it becomes a mad dash to smack into them, not dissimilar to bearing down on the ball in Rocket League. It means twitchier players can't dominate too much, as there's always that second phase to knocking someone out that requires the whole team to pitch in. Secondly, the way foam persists means it isn't just an attack. Targeting the ground piles up foam to create steps to higher ground or create a temporary sniper tower over the battlefield. It can be piled into walls to control the flow of battle, or maybe shield a friend who is close to drowning in lethal lava. Ricky-san says the technical execution almost broke their programmers, but the final effect of an ever-shifting topography was worth the pain. Slathering the floor in bubbles is beneficial as you surf faster on your own team's foam. Soaping up a corner of the battlefield makes it harder for the other team to move, making it easier for you to score chills or race over to a friend in need. As such, when picking characters, you might want to think about having a support player who dedicates time to foaming up the territory. Like the Baristador with his milk froth hose. You probably won't be doing much foam art with this, but who has time for caffeinated hearts in the middle of wartime? Okay, I've put off the duck long enough. Foaming the arena is key to mastering our favourite mode, Rubber Duck Party. This is a lot like Overwatch 2's push mode, except there's a giant rubber disco duck. Climbing the duck starts it moving towards the rival's spawn zone. Ride it all the way and it's an instant win. Otherwise, it's decided by which team pushed the duck further. Paint the road in your team's foam and the duck glides along as if you'd rolled out the red/blue/purple carpet. Rival foam will clog it up and kill the groove. This being a disco duck, you can speed up the process by dancing on its head to charge it forwards. Think Apocalypse Now's Ride of the Valkyries helicopter assault mixed with, well, a rubber duck for an idea of how overwhelmingly terrifying this is. The only downside to this mechanic is that being the dancer obviously rules and makes the rest of your team jealous. Hopefully they can overcome this and help protect you, as it's risky holding the circle button to gyrate your hips while every nozzle trains on your twerking behind. But the sense of satisfaction when the dance completes and the duck psychotically charges forwards really makes this the standout mode. Is it the most fun you can have with a duck? I'd probably put it just above finding the hidden duck in an Usborne book and just below eating a crispy duck pancake, which is very high praise. Rubber Duck Party is joined by two other match types. Happy Bath Survival places half your team inside an arena while the others are outside, trying to influence the action from the sidelines. We spent our time, however, with Smash the Star. This mode forces you to rack up 7 chills to reveal the other team's star player. Chill them and it's all over. The twist is the star player has more health and hits harder, so even if you rush ahead with 7 chills, giving the other team their overpowered star player can be enough for them to swing the match in their favour. Once both star players are in the mix, it becomes about teams safeguarding their stars, and it's impressive how long the push and pull of battle can go on. Playing alongside the developers, our fights wobbled on a knife edge, often triggering sudden death where the walls begin to close in. Is this how they eject people from real foam parties? Alongside the 3 multiplayer modes, there's a PvE mission mode that you can play in solo or co-op. The developers suggested solo was a good way to learn the characters and hear a bit more backstory from mission banter, but we played in a co-op squad where the only banter was yelps, screams, and Ricky-san occasionally shouting, "Boar! Boar!" He wasn't getting confused. The mode revolves around fighting off waves of bubble beasties as they march towards the base you're defending, and occasionally this includes a flaming boar, a major threat if Ricky-san is to be believed. And as the person who made it, he probably is. Between rounds, you pick upgrades from stat boosts to altering projectile behaviour, and by the time you've made it through 10 waves, the only foam you want to see is a Radox bubble bath for your trigger finger. Of course, like working up a real lather, Foamstars promises to get frothier with time. It launches with 3 modes, 9 maps and the mission mode, and follows that up with seasonal updates over the year. Those bring new cosmetics, characters, maps and modes. While the updates are free, there's an optional paid season pass that gives you early access to new characters. And while I hate to burst your bubble, unless I'm saving a teammate of course, that is everything I've got on Foamstars, which, let me remind you, is arriving as a PlayStation Plus monthly game on the 6th of February on both PS4 and PS5. If you have any questions about the game, pop them in the comments and we'll do our best to answer them. Give the video a like if you liked it, and subscribe to PlayStation Access for all your monthly PlayStation Plus updates. Thanks for watching, catch you again soon.
PlayStation